Okay, you're one flight away to meet my dad.
Bonjour. Can't even speak English at the moment. I'm that cool.
Come do it. Yes, Liam! Oh, we're not allowed to put salt on the fries anymore.
It was so moist. I love moist things.
I was gonna say moist and wet. Looks really good.
You putting your feet on the couch in case sis watches this video.
I'm not wearing my shoes.
Bonjour everyone. Doing this video update weeks after the competitions, but we're in France now and we've been traveling a lot. That's why the delay. We've just been visiting all Laurie's family. I mean, going here, there, and everywhere. We're trying to stay in different places every 3 or 4 days, so it's been crazy busy. And we've just been still trying to train, manage our food, and also finally spend some time together.
It's actually the first couple of days that we're actually just together.
It's more than what, 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
And we first date night that we had last night.
Persian restaurant.
But in months.
Oh yeah, in months. Because we've been to a few restaurants since we stopped competing, but it was always surrounded by other people. So it was actually nice to dress up and have some time together. But we're here to talk about Alicante, but so the European show. It was pretty much 5 weeks ago. I don't remember.
It was the week directly after the Queensland show that we did.
Oh yeah.
So it was around the 30th of October, so it's about 5 weeks ago, yes?
It was literally 7 days after the Brisbane show. So the Brisbane show was the nationals, and then we had the European Championship, and it was tricky because obviously we had to do all peak week while managing traveling to France as well.
From Brisbane back to Sydney, then to France, then to Spain.
Plus, when we booked our flights month ago, we booked the flights to arrive straight away in Alicante. And in the meantime, they canceled a flight, which meant that we had to stop in Zurich, which is in Switzerland. And then we had a layover of 30 hours. It wasn't ideal, but it's still okay because my family lives at the bordering of Switzerland. Arrived at the airport, so my dad picked us up on the Tuesday morning. So my dad was so emotional, cried. He acted like a man, he acted tough. It was a bit emotional though. It was so weird to see him. It was so weird to see both of my parents. We went to my parents' house for just one day.
So I met the parents a few days out from the show, very depleted, so trying to give them
best impression. No, they liked you, even depleted. They did. Then it was kind of hard because my parents, they have no idea what bodybuilding is. So they are asking lots of questions about the things we were doing. Especially like, you know, when you arrive in a French family, you wanted to host them with like French pastries and this and that and
no.
apple pie on the table waiting for us. So we had to meal prep, but it was public holiday in France and in Germany as well. But it wasn't public holiday in Switzerland, so we had to drive to Switzerland to do groceries. Anyway, and then the day after, we went back to Zurich, to the airport. And we flew to Alicante. Double biceps!
Welcome to Spain.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that's so pretty.
Welcome home.
You go first.
I'm not like this.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, there's a little garden. I need to open the window. That's cute.
It's sweaty. Can we get the beach now? The sunscreen too.
Then Thursday we looked for a gym and we found a very old school gym. You loved it.
Yeah. I just feel cooked and tired now. Yeah, it was a good gym. Old school, some pretty cool old school equipment. And what we needed as well for peak week, mainly just get in, get a bit of a pump, some blood moved around the muscles, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
So I had pretty much what we needed for the peak week. Secret. Go backwards in machines always works better. So that's what we have been doing. So Laura's been doing posing and doing the quarter turns, and I've just been helping her with it a little bit. Just make sure she hits it right and gets the lats and dots out. So this is what we've been doing lately.
So we trained at that gym. Then we did groceries and we found that supplement shop. That was so cool. With lots of sauce. And I mean, in Australia we have the same, but it's way more expensive. And then on the Thursday we went to registration.
Yep.
So we went first thing in the morning. We saw the venue. It's getting real now.
Shit is getting fucking real.
We were like, whoa, okay, that's next level.
Just
so
the
then,
production of it, like we went there, just amazing venue, seats and kind of things up the top, seats there. How the fucking nice finger. Big monitor screen in the back and stuff like that as well, flashy lights, and yeah, production was unbelievable.
The promoter of the event was really good as well. His name is Emilio Martinez, but they invest more money as well in the shows in Europe.
Yeah, in most of the shows. Denmark, yeah, I don't know about that one.
Well, we'll talk about Denmark. Okay, so the venue did the registration, you did your weight in. Your weight was way below the cup anyway.
Yeah, made weight easy.
Surprise pour nos 8 pâtissiers amateurs encore en lice.
And then I was on the Friday and Liam was on the Saturday. A good thing for me is that I wasn't literally the first person on stage, so I was at 9 a.m. So I woke up at like 5 or something. My belly was flat. I was at 47 kg, something like that. I was dry enough. I remember you tested me in the morning. I was dehydrated, on point.
You see how quickly it kind of like snaps back. If it goes slowly, you're pretty dry. I might be a bit more hydrated.
Yeah.
So once it snaps back quickly, so you can even send that to Luca.
Went for a walk. Good morning, guys. Sorry, I just woke up. I'm on my morning stroll. So I woke up 4:30, had a double shot espresso to stimulate any bowel movement and maybe go to the bathroom. But to be honest, I woke up being pretty flat. His stomach is flat as, so far so good. Liam checked him in the morning as well, and I look pretty dry. So in terms of what I look like, I think that I'm gonna look at my best compared to the 2 other shows where I felt like I was still a bit soft. But I'm excited. I'll be on stage at 9 a.m. Makeup, 6 a.m. Hair, 7 a.m. Tan, 7:30. Because here in Spain they do everything in one go, and then I feel like everything is gonna go so fast because fitness girls are the first one on stage, which is kind of good because I feel like after my comp I'll be able to relax a bit and focus on Liam, who's got his show tomorrow, and I'll be able to help him with his carb up to meal prep and just be an emotional support for him. Arrived at the venue at 6, had makeup, hair and tan. And then at 9, I was on stage.
The first athlete will be Lorian Meyer.
They run the things a tiny bit differently. So when you perform in Europe, you have to do like a 30 seconds routine. It's not an eye walk. I mean, kind of, don't know what to call that. But yeah, that was a bit confusing, especially because I was the first one on stage. I didn't really know what to do. But yeah, I did like 30 seconds, whatever. Then did the quarter turns.
Why would I listen to you on this shit when you never could do what I did? Ahead of the curve. For me to put pen down to paper, you gotta show me that you know what I'm worth. Own all my masters, I'm never signing a 360. It's 10 for the verse, 10 for the watch. Shooter like her, I've been a boss ever since birth. I got a check, Vaccarello made the shirts. I really feel like I'm chosen, yeah. Balling out like I'm the rose.
Then I had to go backstage, get changed, warm up, did my routine.
Now we have the presentation for women's fitness routine. Lorian Meyer.
I swear to God I can do it again. Living on better days, I don't have further choice. I swear on me, I won't dive in my sins. I will quiet my thoughts, simply walk on my own. Working late nights, get up tomorrow. Tell me how does it feel, not a struggle. Push my off, bitch, where do I go? Take all of my money, if you shut down. All the voice in my head, what it here for? How can I just blow him off, how do they go? Tryna live a little long for the love, no, I need to try. And I know it's the life that I was choosing. Now I try again, every time to fall back on it. No, I ride alone and late at night for hours to distract the evil in me. Cause I can't let me down anymore. I swear to God I might do it again. Living off all the edge with a gun on my thoughts. I swear on me, if I die on the ring, it will quiet my thoughts, simply walk on my own.
Wow, big applause for Lorian Meyer.
So the goal for me from Brisbane until the European Championship was to lean up for 7 days. I didn't carb up that much for that show. I just went hard on fat loss, especially because we were traveling that much. We couldn't train that much, so it was just a massive focus on depleting hard and have a drier look on stage, which I think I achieved. Won the first place, but once again a bit disappointed because I thought Europe is going to be bigger in terms of fitness, and unfortunately it wasn't. So I had the same issue. Even though I won the first place, I couldn't get the pro card because it was not enough competitors. So happy on one hand, a bit disappointed on the other hand, but happy with the improvements I made in between both shows, and just had more fun on the stage as well. And then I feel like at 10 or 10:30 I was done.
Then went back home so I could eat, carb up.
Yeah, we didn't stay for too long at the venue on that day because Liam had his show the day after.
Everyone just ate and relaxed. So I really did.
guys, all done with the European Championship. I thought I was just gonna give you a bit of an update. The venue was insane. The way they ran the show was insane as well. You can tell it was like a European Championship. But yeah, to run you through my day, fucking church. I felt pretty confident. To be honest, the more you step on stage, the more confident you become. And I could hear Liam as well in the stage, "Lads out!" And I was like, okay, thanks for the reminder. Because I tend to rush a bit when I do my quarter turns. Stage-wise, that was a bit of a challenge because the stage was actually the smallest one I've ever had so far. So I had to come up with a B plan and made my acrobatics a bit shorter. Routine went well. I didn't fuck it up this time. And after that, Liam showed me the video and he was like, I almost cried. I was like, what do you mean? And when I actually saw the video, that is sick because so there's me performing on stage and at the back, there's me on a massive screen performing my routine again. As soon as I finished, just so many people came backstage to say congratulations. Lots of people that I have no idea who they were, but apparently it's people well known in the fitness industry. Now I just need to make a decision if I want to do the Denmark show in 2 weeks, which I'm not 100% sure about. I feel like I kind of reached the maximum I can do at this stage. Pretty stoked about what I've done today. I'm super happy that I'm here with Liam. He helped me a lot backstage and I couldn't do anything without him. And also massive thanks to my coach Luca, because in Australia it's actually the middle of the night and he was always on his phone telling me what to do. When I texted him, I'm like, hey, when should I have my salt? When should I have my chocolate? Should I have more jam? And now I can enjoy the view and maybe some food. And after this show, I didn't eat too much. I remember I had a Subway at night because you were allowed to have a burger.
Homemade, we made a homemade burger.
Yeah.
Meat for that.
We found a butcher. Yeah.
Look at the Haman.
The butcher.
The butcher, really good butcher and super cheap as well. Then we looked for fries.
Fuck me.
We went to KFC to grab his fries. First of all, it was super small. He had ordered 2 large fries. It came like
No, just one.
one, but it was really small.
Mm.
First fry he put in his mouth. It's like, there's no salt, there's no seasoning.
If anyone that has KFC, they know the chips there are unbelievable because of the seasoning. There was nothing on these chips. And they were super expensive as well.
Like €5 for one big chips.
It was like $7.50 and the chips are literally like probably small.
So we went back and was like, I'm sorry, but there's no seasoning on the fries. And then the chick was like, oh, we're not allowed to put salt on the fries anlamore.
Yeah, and I think she gave me some packets of salt.
Like little ones. Went back home, did his burger, and I just chucked the fries on the pan and tried to make it a bit flavorful. It wasn't too bad, I think. And then the day after, you had your show in the afternoon.
So I actually put up with Ross, my coach, in the morning so he can see how I'm looking. Didn't have the best lighting for him to look at. Actually, when he first saw me, he goes, fuck, your legs are just looking dry. So put up with him, did some posing and stuff like that. He was like, yeah, you're fucking very on here. And even when the lighting is like shitty lighting now, but I can see how dry you are, which is pretty good. So just kept topping up like food, kept feeding up into the show. Because with me, there's a few things. I need a fair bit of carbs to be full. And if I don't have enough carbs or even enough water, I generally flatten out very quickly. So again, doing all these shows has been really beneficial to kind of know cement that, not cement the peaking protocol, but know kind of these things. Then, yeah, kept eating up into the show, went to the show, I don't even remember what time.
4.
Well, that's when I was on stage. So I did novice and opens, and same thing, I was the first one on stage. For my classic physique, usually we all walk out on stage at the same time, and depending on how many people, the stage is there, judges are there. Half go here, half go there. But the lady said, oh, you got 30 seconds to do, the routine. You know your pose routine, 30 seconds of freestyle. I was just like, right before I walked out, so I had no idea what I was going to do, so I just walked out and did some posing. Walked off, then we all walked back on stage. And then I think for the novice, I got moved to the middle pretty much straight away. So I was like, fuck yeah.
Yes, sir! Front double bicep. Side chest.
Yes, Liam!
Face the rear, back double bicep. Face front, abdominals on one thigh. Your favorite classic pose. Black. Great job, gentlemen, thank you.
I went back on and did my posing routine. Now, I actually fucked up my posing routine. Although I've done it like a number of times before, I just blanked, and the good thing is Laurie didn't even notice that I fucked it up. The poses that I was meant to do, I missed one, but luckily I just hit a side chest and a side chest facing different ways. Which you don't normally do, you hit different pose, but I saved it. And then I got first in the novice.
We have a winner, 6'7", Liam Chanelli.
And I went and did the opens. Obviously opens is a lot tougher. Thankfully I actually got to do my posing routine again, which you generally don't do. So like, oh yeah, you're gonna go do your posing routine, blah blah. I just didn't say anything because I wanted to do my posing routine again. I didn't want to fuck it up. Thankfully I went on there and I didn't fuck it up. And that's one that they recorded as well. So I have footage of the good posing routine, thankfully.
I know you think that I shouldn't still love you or tell you that. But if I didn't say it, well, I'd still have felt it. Where's the sense in that? I will go down with this shit, and I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love, and always will be. I will go down with this shit, and I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and always will be.
Pisado, ¿eh?
Yeah, I did opens.
Physique, classic, open classic.
Was in the middle, I was on the sides. So I knew that I was more than likely not going to get first, which it is what it is. But the guys there were looking pretty good, and again, I think the best guy on the day one. But I think one of the best things about that show and production is like, for me, when you're on stage and if I'm hitting a back double bicep, the actual screen is up there. So I can see all the competitors, I can see myself. So if I'm hitting right, or if I move a little bit more, or I flex a little bit more, I can actually see how I'm looking. So that was the best thing, because as soon as we turned to the back, I knew that I generally had the leanest hamstrings out of everyone. So that's why as soon as I turn the back, I get my hamstrings on. So I'm there, I'm looking at everyone, I'm like, I've got the best hamstrings. Unfortunately, I don't have the best back. Not this show anyway, I will one day. But end up getting fourth or third?
Third.
I end up getting third.
Third place, 6'7", Liam Chanelli.
Yes, babe!
I'm getting third in the opens, which was pretty good, I guess.
That was good.
It's not first, but I think definitely the two guys that beat me, they looked really good, so that is what it is. And that was that.
And your coach was here as well.
And yeah, Ross was there, cheering me on, same as Laurie, cheering me on.
Yeah.
He was really happy with it, and he said the other guys just bigger. One thing I have noticed about the majority of classic physique guys in Europe is generally they got a lot bigger upper bodies than the legs. Not a massive difference, but I think in Australia, the lower bodies are generally a little bit more dominant. It's actually interesting to see that to a degree, I wouldn't say they're rewarded, but the majority of the people that come first and stuff are generally a little bit top heavy. Compared to in Australia, and what I've seen generally, they either want it very balanced or slightly lower body dominant. So it's very interesting to see that as well. So that was pretty much a show. I was happy with how it looked, the results.
Something I forgot to mention. So first, when he said that he was looking at himself in the big screen, I personally didn't even notice that there was a big screen until the end of the show, until the end of my routine. I don't know why. I think because I was the first one, I just didn't click. But I think lucky that I didn't notice, because when I do my routine, there's actually 2 or 3 seconds.
It's a lag.
Yeah.
In what you're doing and in actual live stream.
Yeah. So I think if I was performing my routine and if I could see myself in the screen, I would be like, okay, fuck, I'm late, but I'm not, just because there's 2-3 seconds. So yeah, I think it's better for me that I didn't notice. After that, watching the streaming videos, I'm like, fuck, that's sick. And I was like, yeah, I could have used it. Especially when you hit a back pose and like, you don't really know where you are in the space. I could have looked and just tried to adjust, but whatever.
Well, I forgot about it. It's a sort of obviously you, but I forgot about it until I got on stage.
Yeah.
And then turned to the back, then I was like, oh yeah.
And for that show as well in Spain, my sister and is it his or her partner? Her partner came to cheer on us. They arrived on the Saturday morning, so they missed me because when they booked the flights, we had no idea I was gonna be on a Friday. But they came for Liam's show. It was so much fun. For someone who don't know much about bodybuilding, it looks weird. I mean, it's a lot of ego. I don't know how to explain.
Ego, yeah.
Yeah. It's people flexing on stage and the judge are literally deciding this person looks better than you. So it's not as if you go to like a basketball or football match. It's cool to watch. If you have had the opportunity to go and watch a show, I would recommend to do it, but
and what they say about me.
So yeah, they actually saw Liam on stage. The first thing they both said was that all the guys on stage have a
egotistic.
No, they have a lot of ego. Like you can tell that they love themselves a lot, and that Liam was very humble in the way that he was moving on stage and performing. They saw his routine and they loved it. They saw everyone else's routine and they hated it. Not because they like Liam, because they don't know Liam. They just met him.
They didn't like me yet.
Well, they met him on the day, so... No, but even me, I know like the way you perform is very humble compared to everyone else. That's why whenever he does his routine, I get emotional. He moves well compared to that dude who did this. Asian guy in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they really liked watching your show. And after that...
Then we went back and then we got ready to go out for burgers. The best burger ever.
The best burger ever, not even joking. We went with his coach and other people of the crew.
So my coach who started like team pro coach, so Cal was there, Ross, and then a few other people, a few other competitors were there as well. So it was a big group of us, which was pretty cool. And then we went to...
No, we were meant to go to a first burger place.
We actually meant to go there first, but then he changed the last minute.
Yeah, but we were meant to go somewhere.
It was Goiko. We were meant to go to Goiko.
Yeah, but then we walked to a different burger place because Goiko was full or something like that.
Yeah.
But we walked for half an hour. We were so hungry, we were so stoked. First burger that we were gonna enjoy. And then they texted us and they said, oh, go back to the first place. So we were like, okay, whatever.
Another 30 minutes, all right.
But we got hungry. And in Alicante, there's a lot of good food. A lot. So remember we stopped and bought empanadas.
Yeah.
So we stopped by and got 1 empanadas. You got bacon and cheese, and I got apple, nuts, and roquefort, which is cheese, a strong cheese. Cheese and bacon. Arrived at Goiko, ordered some burger with goat cheese. No, was it the goat cheese one?
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't think so. Kevin Bacon, I think it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a burger. They smashed the beef with bacon together, and then they do a patty. It was goat cheese as well. And then I remember I looked at him, took the first bite, I put the video on.
Cue the video right now.
So soft. So good, so soft. Meat, so good, bro. It's so good. Good stuff.
It was heaven.
It was like, usually like after comp you eat stuff and like you're like, oh yeah, it tastes good, or like blah blah, but like this, just the bun, just everything, it was so moist and it just melted. This burger was fucking the best burger I've ever had. Even if it wasn't like post-comp, just if I had this burger on a normal day, this is the best fucking burger I've ever had.
Yeah. I looked at him and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try it. Same reaction, got one bite, looked at him, I was like, what the actual fuck? Never had a burger like that. Then the fries were big. They were just fries. Like, not disappointed, but obviously not at the same level as the burger. And that burger was so light.
It just went...
so easy to eat. And we looked at each other like, okay, we're still hungry, what do we do? All the other boys, they went to have ice cream. And we were like, okay, let's get more empanadas. Went back to the empanadas place, got 2 more.
Run number 2.
Then just across the empanada shop, there's a cinnamon roll shop.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So we had cinnamon rolls, Bought 2 and the guy gave us 1, the mango one. It was okay, but I think it would be better hot, warm. If you go it first thing in the morning, it would be still hot from the oven. And on the way back home, you had
Sushi.
because he's obsessed with sushi.
I am a sushi demon.
Sushis in Europe are more expensive than in Australia, so he was a bit like, okay, that's really expensive.
It was very expensive, but it was pretty good sushi. And you spilled it on this jumper.
Yeah. And then he got upset. We were like, okay, let's do something cute. We're gonna walk home because we had a balcony.
Rooftop balcony.
Yeah. We're like, okay, it was a bit fresh at night, but still good weather. So we grabbed all the blanket and pillows and went upstairs and tried to set up like a little cute area.
Green, pink. That is not even something I want to talk about.
Socks and slides.
Socks and slides, it's actually
Swag.
fine. And he's vaping too. Ooh la la.
First sushi he gave me, dropped it on the hoodie, that one. Soy sauce on the hoodie. I was like, okay, fuck. And I was a bit upset.
For like half a second.
Especially because he wanted to give it to me, but I wouldn't wait, so I just took it. Anyway, food coma number 1.
We'll literally fall asleep.
Oh, we fell asleep on the balcony. And then arrived in the apartment, and at the camp they gave us Nutella with protein, and like a fucking animal, opened the Nutella, tried to eat it with a spoon, and Liam was like, Laurie, stop it. He literally had to grab the Nutella from my hands because I couldn't stop. Went to bed, like 2 seals in a bed, just like that. The belly like that. Food coma number 1. And the day after, yeah, we went to the gym, Titan.
Went in this hectic gym. I think that's where most of the bodybuilders train in Alicante. Really good equipment, awesome machines.
And the vibe as well.
Yeah, pretty like cool music. Yeah, I think it was like a big like warehouse kind of feeling.
Dark.
But yeah, it was a good gym. A good gym.
Yeah.
Hectic posing room. We'll chuck in some footage there.
It's your heart, it's alive, it's 'Cause it's your heart, it's alive, it's pumping blood. And it's your heart, it's alive, it's pumping blood. 'Cause it's your heart, it's alive, it's pumping blood.
So we trained there, then went back home, and then we met my sister and her partner at the beach. And we did some board games at the beach that was super fun. They went for a swim, but we put one big toe in the water and ran away.
Yeah, it was cold.
And then we went to the mall, bought some lollies. A lot of lollies.
Some cream of rice.
Cream of rice. You ate taco?
Yeah, I lost my Taco Bell virginity. It was alright. Look, I think I got a burrito or a wrap or something, because I didn't want anything too heavy because we're going to go for dinner.
Well, we still the menu with the fries and everything.
Well, yeah. But like a small like little burrito and it's just
Yeah.
nothing special.
When we went back home, got changed, and met my sister and his partner to is it Lebanese?
Yes.
Called Bishmish.
Mish.
Oh my god. Command number 2. So we sat there, ordered some starters, and then as we ordered the mains, the waiter, he said, oh, I think you should have only this because it's going to be way too much food. You're not going to be able to eat everything. We looked at him, we were like, okay, no, it's fine, we order it anyway.
That's a lot of food.
I knew we were going to prove him wrong. Fucking.
Ordered it and fucking brought him home. Demolished everything. My sister and his partner, they were
Her
looking
partner.
at us. Her partner, I struggle with this, sorry. Looking at us as in we're fucking animals who had no food for the last 6 months. Literally.
And then we ordered dessert.
We had the brownie. I had baklava.
And you had some weird thing after
And
that.
then I had something weird. Little roll with cheese. But it was sweet. Pistachio, moist.
I generally like weird things, but this was just too weird.
But I loved it for some reason. I love weird things. Moist and... I was gonna say... I'm not gonna put this back.
I love moist things.
I was gonna say moist and wet. Anyway, after that, food coma number 2. Went back home, went to bed, seals again, ready like that. The day after, we left. Monday morning.
Tenerife.
Monday morning, we jumped on the plane to meet my family.
Show us where you've got. Fuck yeah!
And that's when we did the last video.
I think we'll talk about Tenerife in the Copenhagen video. Because that's when you were prepping for it.
It was just, yeah, it was just make a beating for that one anyway. If you're going to do that one.
Yeah, of course we will. They have to know what happened.
Everything that happened?
Yes! Tell you fucking snored. But yeah,
We will tell you everything.
I will tell you.
I will tell you everything. Stay tuned. You gotta say that one.
That's it for today.
How well.